Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Gen Z Sanctum, as always. And Nathan, of course, is joining us from the great beyond that is Discord. Say hello, Nathan.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yes, we are the Spanish podcast now. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so basically, today is the 1st of November, which means the spooky season is over. And we are
No
now...
more Halloween.
That's true. Halloween is gone. For those of you who are looking forward to Thanksgiving, good on you, but frick Halloween, frick Thanksgiving. Frick me for forgetting those two.
I think you forgot the next holiday coming up. You're like, hey,
That's
frick Halloween. That was yesterday.
Frick Thanksgiving. You see, like, that's how little of a holiday it is it just, I forgot it completely. I was just like, Halloween.
Some people say that Thanksgiving is like one of the worst holidays. I'm like, I still like it.
I still like it too, but frick it. Frick all of you who celebrate it. I'm kidding. No.
It's underlooked, yes, but
yeah.
Still.
When you think of great holidays in the fall, you pass right over Thanksgiving. It definitely wouldn't be your first choice. You think either Halloween, Christmas, it's like Thanksgiving. If Thanksgiving is Halloween is above Halloween on your tier list, I'm about to come kick your front door down and shake some sense into you. But it's not Halloween season anymore, so we're gonna move on. Anyway,
Yep. So
Christmas is going to be 2 months away as of the 25th of October, but we're even closer now. So maybe you're feeling a little cold, Nathan, maybe a little, I don't know, snow maybe out of frickin'
to mention, it was snowing yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It had snowed enough that when I got home, my car was covered in snow. I'm like, what the heck is this?
That's exactly right. So for all you
this is
fall lovers,
Halloween.
For all you fall lovers out there, get the frick out of here. It's time for snow already.
No, apparently fall just doesn't exist at the moment.
Exactly. We just
like summer, cold weather, snow. We're already in winter. I'm like,
exactly. Fall gets like a week, maybe two, and then we're straight to snow.
Oh, you know what's one thing I actually have to point out that is really hard to put my head around?
Oh, dang.
Did you know that most of December is actually a fall month?
Exactly.
It's so weird because we all think, November, fall month, December, winter. It's mostly a fall month.
That's true. You gotta wait until the 21st of December before the official start of winter begins.
Yep.
And it's freaking garbage.
You know what I'm also happy for on Sunday?
Oh, what?
Daylight savings is going to end, which means get an extra hour of sleep, and which means it's going to get pitch black at 6:30.
Exactly. So when we're recording this podcast right now, like, it's already getting dark, but like after daylight savings time, we'll be recording in the dark.
Pitch black right now.
Oh, it would be so black. I'm not gonna finish that joke. I'm not gonna go there. I just thought of a joke that was like, hey, tell the joke, and I'm like, no, thank God. I don't want to get this podcast canceled. Anyway, black. It would be out. It would be out there, for sure. Black. Sorry, I don't know why I keep getting hung up. That's just a color. Anyway, so moving forward, fall is in full swing now, even though it did snow yesterday, which is kind of it's like keep you on your toes. Like, oh, is it fall? Oh, is it winter? Oh, I don't know. It might be winter.
It's like freezing weather. Like, you go outside, it is cold.
Oh, yeah.
It is brisk.
Oh, yeah. Although, it's 43 degrees right now, so not that cold, honestly. But, colder than, it should be at 6:20 during the fall. Like 6:20 during the fall in the evening, like 55 at the lowest, maybe. By like 43, that's a little cold.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But nothing compared to yesterday. It was 31 degrees when I woke up yesterday morning. I was like, we wish you a Merry Frickmas because it's freaking cold outside.
I walked out. So first time it like got cold out, I walked outside and I was like, why is it this cold outside?
Yeah. That was my reaction too. Like I woke up and I was like, 31 degrees. Did I sleep an entire month of November away? Is it December already?
Apparently.
Freaking not daylight saving time. Global warming got us flipped around and we're global cooling now. Anyway, speaking of global cooling, I really wish that was a thing because more cold days would be kind of cool. Like winters that get down to like -10, that would be amazing for me. Anyway, everyone else can go frick themselves. No, I'm kidding. But still, cool temperatures, very cool temperatures.
Here, I got a great place for you to move. Antarctica. There you go.
Antarctica, way colder than that. But yes, good idea. When global warming makes everywhere else unlivable, Antarctica would be perfect. Anyway, guys, we're going to be starting a GoFundMe to go have us move to Antarctica. I'm kidding. So donate to that, and we need to reach $5 million to move us all to Antarctica. I'm kidding. That's of course a joke. Not really. Here's the link. I'm kidding. Oh, what the frick, Nathan? What was that? Nathan just went. I was like,
heck up.
Wow. Anyway, so that's a lot of weird stuff at the beginning of the podcast, and we are known as a podcast that doesn't, gets right to the topic. We don't talk a lot about how's our day going. By the way, how's your day going, Nathan? Doing good?
It's been pretty decent.
Yeah,
except for the cold weather.
That's true, Nathan.
The cold weather just kind of sprung up.
So, Nathan, are you a cold weather fan? I'm assuming not, because you're complaining about it.
Well, I wouldn't. Colder weather, I say I like the cooler weather because I get to wear clothes that I prefer, like sweatpants.
Colder weather, he gets to wear clothes. Like colder weather, he gets to wear clothes. He's not normally
during
doing
the
it.
summer when it's freaking hot, I just go out, I go out in my birthday suit.
That's true. You could have this summer. Like some of these days, you actually would have been risky to do that this summer. You stick one bare foot on the pavement and just starts boiling. Ah, frick! Ah, what the frick! Like it literally.
Yeah, you haven't been in Phoenix during the.
Oh yeah.
Winter.
Well, during the winter.
Not the winter. The summer.
Winter.
It's.
Oh yeah. You get deep fried.
I feel like you're getting cooked alive.
Oh yeah.
No, you're not. You're not deep fried. You're boiled.
That's true. You put any amount of oil on you, and you go out in the middle of summer in Arizona. You are literally deep frying yourself.
Okay, I hate that I'm gonna bring this up.
Oh,
but
what's you bringing up?
What hurts more? Getting deep fried or getting extremely hot steam like blown up on your arm? Like what hurts more? I think the steam actually hurts more because I think it's hotter.
So Nathan, have you ever been deep fried? Because that seems like a torture thing that you would not like.
Actually,
we're gonna lower you.
Yes, I have.
Oh, tell us about that, Nathan. Tell us.
Okay, so when I was still at Chick-fil-A, but I was at a different location.
Okay.
So we were closing. Somebody decided to move the fryer away from its position. While it was doing it, goes through like a polishing. It kind of like filters out all the oil before it puts back in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pan's full. The pan doesn't lock into the fryer, and they're just like, "Let's move it." Yeah, because that's a smart idea. Let's move a fryer that's operating.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
And instead of using my foot, I use my hand and shove it back in and splash about a pint of oil all over my arm.
So
keep in mind, this oil was just in a preheated fryer. Like
that sounds really great. That sounds totally like something I would want to have happen.
Yeah, luckily, I mean, it blistered, but like in really tiny areas.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hot.
But yeah, I would partially agree that steam is probably worse.
I'm not even sure. Like, how hot is steam when it comes like boiling water, for instance, or
Let's
when it's
find out. Sticks my hand
steam.
over steam. Ah! 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 No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so our Chick-fil-A's pressure fryers
Mhm.
have basically a chimney, and that's where
Mhm.
they release their pressure. That steam from like 300-degree oil, at least from what I could see, it's like 800 degrees.
Oh, it's oil, hot oil though, not 800. It would start like burning at that point. Probably, I don't freaking know. You have to look that up.
I
But
put how hot is steam, and it said 212 degree. Nah.
I doubt water is 800 degrees. That's probably about right because water starts boiling at 210 degrees Fahrenheit. So,
Yep.
but it feels hotter, probably because it's gas. So you can't really just like move your hand
Yeah,
if it's steam.
it's vaporized.
So
It's lighter than air.
yeah. But anyway, frick all this.
Anyway, let's get to the topic.
Yeah, get to the topic. We are 11 minutes in, and we haven't even mentioned the topic.
We haven't even touched the topic.
So let's touch that topic.
I feel like distractible right now.
Oh yeah.
We go like 10, 15 minutes into the podcast, and we haven't even touched
this
topic yet.
This paranormal life.
The topic.
Or this paranormal life. They just get on a comedy bit and go like 5 minutes without ever talking about what they're actually talking about. Freaking! I went back for Halloween. I went back and made a super folder on my computer of all the episodes from number 1 to like 370 or something that they're at now, just so I could listen to all of them. And I was playing last night for Halloween because I didn't end up. By the way, Nathan, I wanted to ask you about how the trick or treating went because you were out walking around in 30s degree weather.
Oh, it was absolutely freezing. We were frozen after like an hour.
I was going to be
not even like 30, 45 minutes.
I was going to be like even if I did come to that, like the freezing temperature would have had me an icicle like 5 minutes in. Freaking.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that I didn't go out last night because it was freezing.
Yeah, when I found the temperature on Halloween, I was like, do I really want to go? I was like, I'll go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't really want to be walking out here.
True. But anyway, forget Halloween. We're going to take Halloween, crumple it up, throw it in the garbage, and we're going to talk about today's topic. So, Nathan, first of all, number 1. Secondly, the topic. So, Nathan, the topic of today's episode is...
You said the topic like 3 times in a row.
Shut the frick up, Nathan. Shut the frick up. Okay. No. The topic, of course, is...
For...
Halloween. I mean, frick. You know what? Frick. Let's start this podcast over. Frick this. I'm kidding.
And this podcast start over. So the topic is Halloween. After 2 minutes ago, you were saying, frick Halloween. Halloween's over.
I can't even say the name of the holiday because it's so small that I just think of the next close. It's Thanksgiving. And I can't frickin' say the name of the gosh darn holiday. All I just think of is the biggest holiday near it, which is Halloween, and I can't even say the frickin' name. Frick. So anyway, Thanksgiving is the topic of this episode. Frickin' there it is. I said the word.
Yay. Now we can start.
I said the freaking word to all of you who said he can't. There we go. I said the name, so there we go. All right. Celebrating that we are doing today's topic, which is Halloween. I'm kidding. It's Thanksgiving. So Nathan, thoughts on Thanksgiving as a
Food.
holiday. Exactly, I
food.
love it. But Thanksgiving wasn't always a holiday about food. It was about thanks and giving, respectively.
No way!
I
Are you
know
kidding
you
me?
never would have gotten that from the name of the holiday. But
No way.
so Nathan, Halloween has changed a lot over the centuries that it's existed. Um, but we all know the story of the quote unquote first Thanksgiving. Um, you know,
Yeah.
the Indians showed up and helped our sorry little skinny butts that couldn't find food to get food so that we don't die in this freaking climate that they're totally used to by now. And they're probably like, they've got food stored up and they were probably like hanging out in their camps, got plenty of food for the winter, and they just see us and they're like, what the frick they doing over there? Like, they're freaking starving to death. Why don't they just go out and do a thing that like we do that's totally normal to us while we're over here like, there's no food, I'm dying. But like, finally we came together and got a dinner. Short lived, of course, because like several years later we basically attacked them and killed a lot of them, which is kind of how American history goes. We get to know a thing, a race, country, whatever. We get to know them, and like within years, we're slaughtering them. I don't know, but that doesn't have anything
Yeah,
to do
that's kind
with
of like an
Thanksgiving.
oxymoron.
Yeah, we don't have anything. That doesn't have anything to do with Thanksgiving. What does have to do with Thanksgiving, though, is Nathan. Thanksgiving traditions. We've talked about traditions in the past. Now that Halloween is over, we can take a deep dive into Thanksgiving and talk about how it differs from household to household, how it's differed over history. So Nathan, what is a typical Thanksgiving like at your house?
Well, we'll usually do two sides of things. Well, okay, it used to be every other year. Now we're doing like we'll do two Thanksgivings, but they're for each side of the family. So we'll do one for my dad's side, and we'll do one for my mom's side.
Every other
The
year.
one of my
Interesting.
Well, it used to be every other year. Now
Okay.
it's every year we do two sides.
So there would be but I'm assuming like at your house every year there's something going on for Thanksgiving.
It's not always at our house. This year it is, yes, but last year it was not.
I mean, like, specifically, like on the day of Halloween, or I mean, things.
Thanksgiving.
Frick me in the butt. I'm saying Thanksgiving, 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 Thanksgiving. I need to practice it. Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, giving of thanks, Thanksgiving. Okay, sorry. Now I've got it. Halloween. I'm kidding. Thanksgiving. So, that's gonna be the name of the title, the Forgotten Holiday or something. But anyway, I'm so your Thanksgivings for your side of your families. Is it on the day or like the day before, the day after?
uh, it depends. We'll usually have like a celebration on the day of, and then usually a celebration after.
Okay, because I was gonna say like every year there's at least something happening on the day of, probably, right?
Yeah.
Because there's different, like with every holiday there's your celebration of it, then your family's celebration of it, and then like if even with some holidays there's everyone else's celebration of it. Thanksgiving is kind of limited to just you and your family. Like you can't. I've heard of it, but like you don't really hear about like, oh, we have Thanksgiving with just our family, then like distant family, then we bring in like all our friends and have a Thanksgiving. Like I'm sure that's a thing in somewhere, but mostly it's just, oh, I'm gonna have a Thanksgiving with mom and my mother and father, siblings. Then we'll go have it with grandma and grandpa and so forth.
Yeah.
Same thing here. So you have multiple Thanksgivings. It sounds like with different sides of your family. Two, right? But do you have a specific one with just like you, your mom, dad, just specifically you guys?
Nope.
Nope,
Well,
you suck. I'm kidding. Because here's what we do. So, Thanksgiving at our house, it looks like this. So, it looks like a lot of food on a table.
Food on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I never would have heard of it. Anyway, so sometimes, this doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes there will be a grandparent, or from either side, maybe an uncle, I don't know, that will sit at the table with us for Thanksgiving. That's how it's been in the past. Recent years, not so much. Pandemic years, Thanksgiving we didn't have much to be thankful for, So, in all honesty, like the last 2 years, Thanksgiving has just been a day that we're like, let's make a turkey sandwich, maybe some mashed potatoes, and like we don't give it a second thought after that. But in the past, it's been a whole event. Like, let's get a turkey, let's get mashed potatoes, let's get like these different things, let's get some like fancy glasses, some like fizzy grape juice, and let's have a whole thing of it. But Nathan, let's of course focus in on one of the most key elements of Thanksgiving, which is of course food. What typical food would you find at a Thanksgiving table?
Well, turkey for one.
Obviously.
That's going to be like the main center. But then you've got cranberry sauce. You've got mashed potatoes and gravy. You've got some kind of side bread.
Okay. Garlic bread, baby?
No.
I love garlic bread.
This is more for what we have at Thanksgiving. So we will have green bean casserole, which is really good. We will have what else? So much stuff there. It's hard to remember. Cranberry sauce. That's a.
You said that already.
Okay, I'm running out.
Okay, well, frick you. I'm kidding. And you have this all at Halloween? I'm kidding. It's Thanksgiving. I'm kidding.
So we will usually make our like homemade desserts as well. One of them is it's like a bread roll kind of. I forget exactly what it's called. I know you can buy them at the store, but homemade is just better.
Oh, I'm sure homemade everything is almost always better.
Oh yeah, unless you're terrible at cooking.
That's true, and then get the frig out. I'm kidding.
Yes.
So
pear lime jello salad. That's really good.
Oh, what is that?
Pear lime jello salad is it's like a green lime flavor. It's like a jello, but it's much softer than your traditional jello.
Okay.
The only problem is you have to have a certain machine to make it.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to say you have to make it in a blender, and you're like, oh, I got a blender at home. Actually, wrong. Your blender actually has to be made out of glass to be able to make it.
Interesting.
If you have a plastic blender, it will actually melt the seal at the bottom.
Oh.
Ask my mom. She has learned the hard way.
That sounds interesting. So
the reason it does is because you have to pour boiling water into it.
Oh, I'm sure.
So your traditional, make jello. You've got to put your ingredients in, boil water, and then you pour it into the blender and you mix it, and that basically makes the jello substance.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not quite. You are refrigerating it, yes, but it's not like jello substance.
Okay, because we make our jello a little bit different than that. We basically, it's not water, it's juice. So it's like a,
like a drinkable jello, kind of.
A cranberry. It's not drinkable, not when we're finished with it.
Okay.
So you get like a sweet, like cranberry raspberry juice is what we use. This really sweet drink that you get in a bottle. You put that in a big bowl and you heat it up till it's steamy, and then you rip open some packets of gelatin, mix it in, and then you pour it out into a big, like, 9 by 10 pan, stick it in the fridge, and then it'll gelatinize and cool down, and then you cut that out, and it's Jello slices, essentially.
Huh.
But at our house, I'll tell you the different dishes. So turkey, not always a given. Now that's gonna surprise some people. Like, oh, turkey's like the main dish at Thanksgiving. If you don't have it, you're retarded. Well, yes, I've never said we weren't. So, sometimes it's turkey, other times it's ham, which is still pretty good. You can still prepare ham pretty well, and it works fine.
We'll usually have ham sometimes too.
Yeah, ham is great. So, second is a vegetable. We don't do green beans. Occasionally we do green beans, but mostly what we do is buttered corn. So we have corn, boil that in some water, add some butter and salt to it. It ends up really nice. Second, of course, is mashed potatoes. You can't forget mashed potatoes. And gravy, obviously, for the mashed potatoes, or for your ham, or both. If if you like spreading gravy everywhere.
If you have a good Thanksgiving if you put it on both.
Yeah. So, cranberry juice, we don't have that ever, which is surprising that I hear you say it, because what I've heard about cranberry juice is like it's a hit or miss, really. Like, some people have it, some people don't, and it's kind of just like, oh, some people might have it and others forget it, or it's not a main dish. We've had it on occasion, but I've never really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Then we move on to, of course, a bread. Like, everyone has a bread, some kind. We usually do, like, you obviously know like Hawaiian rolls, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, we get a very expensive version of them. So we get a frozen bag of, these are rolls that have been rolled up, but they aren't cooked yet. We take them out of the freezer, we put them on a pan and put them in the oven, and then fully cook them, warm them up. And then what we do is we cut them open and put a generous slice of butter in the middle, and then put them back together, and then put them on a plate, bring it to the table. And then when you grab it, it's a nice firm, like, roll, but it's got a nice, like, buttery center in the middle of it. It's fantastic.
Like a nice soft center.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's like me, a nice soft center. Anyway, then, of course, you can't forget a dessert. And what we do for Thanksgiving occasionally is this thing called monkey bread. I'm sure you've heard of it, right? Monkey bread?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever had it.
Okay, well, you are missing out if you've never had monkey bread. So, Nathan, you are a
maybe
monkey.
I have, and I just can't remember what it is.
Okay, so if I describe it to you, you might remember. So, essentially, you take raw dough. You got a circle pan with a hole in the middle, like it's a big pan, circle in the middle, and it's like a weird, like, flowy shape of this pan. You take the dough, you lay it around in this pan. Or you take more of those frozen rolls I was talking about, and you do that usually to make it, separatable. After it's done cooking, you put those in the pan, and then as they cook and rise, you set them to rise first. You want it to rise to the top of the pan, so it rises as a whole. But because they were separate little things of dough, they are, separate. They can be separated. You go pulled apart. You cook it. But then when it comes out, what you want to do is you want to take brown sugar and butter, and you boil it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a caramelized drizzle. You drizzle this all over this thing, and then you maybe sprinkle some, like, pecans on the top.
Yeah, so I just Googled what it looked like, and yes, I have had monkey bread
Yes,
before.
this stuff
I
is...
remember the name of it.
I would do sussy things for a monkey bread. I would do some really sussy like
Also,
stuff for monkey bread. Yeah, you were saying?
you want to talk about something really good?
Mm.
No, it's not Thanksgiving related, but if we're talking about something like
Is it
sugary that
Halloween
you have to
related?
like mold it, no.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So, I forget exactly what it's called. I think it's called like, at least I would call it. It's like a Nutella flour.
Nutella. Okay, I'm immediately turned off.
And Nutella,
Nutella is disgusting.
like the chocolate spread.
Yeah, that stuff is disgusting.
So, okay, we're entering a different side of the podcast. So you like chocolate, but you don't like Nutella. How
Nutella
does
is
that even work?
because Nutella is chocolate and peanut butter, and I hate peanut butter.
No, it's not.
Bruh.
No, it's not. That means it would be a Reese's spread.
What the frick?
Reese's is chocolate and peanut butter. You have
look
to
this
put
up.
peanut butter with Nutella for it to taste like it has peanut butter in it.
Let me see.
If it has peanut butter in it, it has a very tiny bit.
So, let's see. So, hazelnuts. Okay, so that's why it tastes disgusting. It's hazelnut butter, not peanuts. Hazelnut butter.
Yeah.
Hazelnut butter, skimmed milk, and cocoa, which is essentially chocolate, and palm oil. Well, that's interesting. So that's it. So hazelnuts, not a nut that I would go for, honestly.
I find that bizarre.
I've had Nutella once before, and I was like, "What is this garbage?" And I never had it again. But for the audience's sake, what is this thing?
So it's basically you're gonna go buy a couple of containers of crescent rolls, and you basically lay them out into the shape, and you fill it with Nutella.
Interesting.
And then you fold it up and cook it.
Interesting. That sounds like if you like Nutella, you would definitely like that. For sure.
I just find that interesting. That was like the first like sugary thing you said. That's disgusting.
Well, that's because it's the hazelnuts. It's not my favorite, honestly. I've cracked open a hazelnut. I've had hazelnut paste. I've had Nutella, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And I just didn't like it. It's like, now call me stupid, but it's just I wouldn't go for Nutella, honestly.
Huh.
Anyway, we're at 33 minutes, so I think that this is a good place to call it for this episode. So, Nathan, you're going to have good luck finding a topic for next week's episode. Maybe next week's episode will be about Fortnite, because in 2 days, we go back to the OG map.
Oh, and apparently, I don't know if it's the official map, but I saw a map leaked.
Yeah.
Of what the new map is going to look like.
I don't fully trust leaks, per se, but definitely
from what
it looked like.
From what I saw, everything is there.
Now
if this is accurate.
Yeah, again.
But from what I can see, everything is there.
Dang. So here's the thing. For the audience's sake and for Nathan's sake, I'm not an OG Fortnite player. I joined Fortnite around like season 2, I think, chapter 7 or 8. So I'm not an OG, so I have no idea what these are. I've never played on the original maps. So it'll be very interesting. I know that the island is something from the OG map, like it was a location apparently.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that along with everything else is...
Well, yes, it was from a location, but it was also during a certain season.
Okay. Well, we're going... The clock says 2018. Fortnite came out in 2017, so we're not going to, like, Chapter 1, Season 1, like the OG map. We're going a little bit later than that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So
we're going
maybe
to, like,
a few things have changed.
Season 6 or Season 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7. But sorry, that was a little rude. Frick, that was rude again. So we'll have to figure that out, and I'll probably if there's a live event. Frickin', they haven't had live events in like the last couple season changes, but if they do, I will be live for it. So maybe check that out. But anyway, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and tune into next week's episode.